You're listening to live coverage of the annual International Village from Renzi Park in McKeesport from TubeCityOnline.com.
Hi, everyone. This is State Representative Dan Goganauer from the 35th District here at McKeesport. It's International Village Week. Hope to see you there. If you guys could please swing by, check out all the great food, all the great entertainment. And as always, my office is here to serve you. Swing by with any PennDOT-related service, tax rent rebates, anything that we might be able to help you with. We'll be there, 409 Walnut Street at the Old Daily News Building.
Support for this webcast of International Village comes in part from Stacy Tressler Pereira, salesperson at Riverview Chevrolet, the big one in the valley on Route 48. Stacy is a lifelong resident of the area, and now she's a member of the Riverview Chevrolet sales team. She's standing by to help you pick out the new Chevrolet car, truck, or SUV you've been dreaming of, or select from Riverview Chevrolet's large selection of pre-owned vehicles. Before you shop anywhere else, talk to Stacy Tressler Pereira at Riverview Chevrolet. Call 412-638-4064 or email stacyp@riverviewchevy.com. Or stop in and see her at Riverview Chevrolet, the big one in the valley on Route 48, just minutes from Renzi Park.
From Renzi Park in McKeesport, this is live coverage of International Village, TubeCityOnline.com.
A series of dances coming from different parts of the Philippines. The first one is going to be from our tribal suite. So these are like the native Filipinos prior to the colonization of Spain. The name of the dance is called Karasaguyon. So it's a tribal dance, and this dance depicts 3 women in the tribe vying for the love of one man. So like 3 women fighting over one man. So I guess that's what happens in the tribes in the Philippines. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, friends, Karasaguyon. checking the feet. So I guess you have to have beautiful feet. So our next dance, so I mentioned earlier that we have tribal dances, and we also now have Maria Clara. That's the term for the dances during the Spanish colonization. So Philippines was colonized by Spain for 300 years. So with that came the influences of Spanish influences. So this dance depicts that period. It's called Alcam-4. Alcam-4 is actually ascent. So you'll notice that the ladies are having the male smell their handkerchiefs. And then the next one is Pangasinana, which is a dance during cultural celebrations, festivals in the Philippines. Again, these dances are depicting Maria Clara, which is the term for our the Spanish colonization and the influence from Spain. Actually, the name of the dances were Alcam-4, which is a Spanish word, and Jota Pangasinana. Jota is a waltz term in Spanish, so again, we were also influenced by Spain in a lot of our dialect languages in the Philippines. So As I mentioned, Spain colonized the Philippines for 300 years. So the next set of dances are, once they left, Filipinos are trying to find their identity. So the next set of dances are what we're calling the rural dances. So these are the dances from the old, the remote towns in the Philippines, dance during festivals. And also, prior to Spanish colonization, the Filipinos were animalistic. So they actually does a lot of worshiping of animals and also copying animals in all of their daily lives. So this dance that you're going to see next is that. It is called Inalimango. Alimango is the term for crabs. So if you notice, the dances are mimicking the movement of crabs. We have plenty of crabs in the Philippines. We have 7,800 islands in the Philippines. So it's just all water. And so, yeah, we do have a lot of seafood, a lot of bounty from the sea. So this dance is Inalimango. Again, it's the movement, mimicking the movement of crabs. And this dance is being danced during festivals in the Philippines. So ladies and gentlemen, Inalimango. Who knows what the Philippine national dance is?
Limbo?
Yeah, it's tinikling. So I think a lot of you have seen this dance. We performed this here in the past. But this is the national dance of the Philippines. It's also again from the rural suite. This dance is depicting the tickling birds. So the farmers would set up bamboo traps so the birds will not eat the rice. But the birds are trying to avoid the bamboo traps, so they're like dancing around the bamboo and skipping around the bamboo. So this dance is depicting the movement of the tickling birds. Ladies and gentlemen, tinikling. Thank you. Please don't forget to visit our booth. We have a booth over there if you want to try Filipino food. And we also have an event on Saturday if you want to see more of this kind of dancing. We have 24 dances on Saturday downtown at the O'Reilly Theater at 3 o'clock. You can also just purchase your ticket at the door. Again, O'Reilly Theater, Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock. More Filipino dancing. It will be 23 of our different suites from all parts of the Philippines. Thank you so much for having us tonight.
One more time, everybody, put your hands together for the Philippine Dancers! Sponsoring the Philippine booth. Go on back.
From Renzi Park in McKeesport, this is live coverage of International Village from TubeCityOnline.com.
Life's daily battles are not meant to be fought alone.
We're not powerless, so long as we don't lose sight of what's important.
Don't be afraid to seize that moment to talk to your friends.
Cloud, you okay?
Because checking in on a friend can create a safe space.
The first step on our new journey. You coming?
Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Seize the awkward. It's totally worth it.
Protecting your home, providing for your family, resolving disputes, growing your business, supporting your loved ones in their time of need. These are the most important decisions in your life. Get expert guidance from the law firm that specializes in helping people like you. Trust Kreenan & Bukowski PC. With offices in McKeesport and Murraysville, Kreenan & Bukowski provides a full range of legal services, provided by attorneys who are recognized as leaders in their fields. Whether it's building or buying a home, writing your will, planning your estate, or settling a dispute, at Kreenan & Bukowski, you'll find attorneys committed to helping you navigate the law and achieving your goals. And if you own a small business, Kreenan & Bukowski offers a subscription-based corporate compliance plan that will guide you through complex and shifting federal and state requirements at a price you can manage. Whether you're writing a will or starting a business, turn to the law firm that specializes in helping clients just like you. Turn to Kreenan & Bukowski, 412-675-0940 or cbattorneys.com.
Hey, I'm State Senator Nick Piscitano. Welcome to McKeesport's International Village, one of my favorite weeks of the year. I hope you have a great time at the Village, supporting all of our local communities that participate. It's really an underrated gem of the Mon Valley. International Village every single year is a great place. So welcome to the Village. Please stop by my office here in the Public Safety Building on Lyle Boulevard if there's anything you ever need for state or government services. Have a good week.
Are you the kind of person who's out of space? Well, 5 Star Storage is ready for you. Family-owned and operated 5 Star Storage has 5 convenient locations to serve you, including 3 locations within 10 minutes of International Village. Need extra storage space? Rent one of our secure, lighted, drive-up storage units. There's a size to suit your storage needs. And we've got outdoor parking for motorhomes and campers. So call us today, 412-672-4050. That's 412-672-4050 for 5 Star Storage. You're listening to live coverage of International Village from Renzi Park in McKeesport. TubeCityOnline.com.
There you go, Rich on the vocal for you. Hope you enjoyed that. This is for Tom and Sally. One called White Louse Waltz.
Okay, we're going to go back to polkas for you right now. Rich is going to switch over. He's going to tune a tune that he wrote for his firstborn son in 1988, recorded with the Trelltones in 1989. One entitled The Daddy Son Polka. He has been recently performing with the Lajkoniki Polka and the Chicago Orchestra from used to be from Chicago, now Massachusetts. But one of Rich's favorite tunes he wrote for his son, Brandon. And at the very end of the song, you can hear Brandon say, Daddy! So, yeah, I can hear, still hear it, Daddy! So without further ado, we're going to do one of Rich's favorite tunes, one entitled Daddy Son Polka. Are you here? Alright, this is going out for my good friend Bernadette. It's always a pleasure to see her.
One, two.
So here we go, Daddy Son.
Concertina player back in '61, and every time I'd seen his band, he brought along his son. He hoped that someday when his boy grew up to be a man, he'd follow in his daddy's steps and join a polka band. He tried to teach him what he learned from all the years he played. The young man watched his daddy's hands and all the moves they made. Then later on his way to bed, he'd give his dad a kiss while his mind played through the melody of polkas just like this. As the years they quickly passed, the young man's talents grew. He came to think what he had learned his father never knew. So like his dad, some years before, the young man joined a band, and he played his own style music near and far across the land. Then one night, the young man's band came to a local club. The father went to hear the sound his son had spoken of. And as he walked in through the door, he heard to his dismay an old familiar melody just played a different way. When the song had finished and the dancers cleared the floor, he saw a little child staring up at his grown boy. He realized his dreams and hopes had not been made in vain. For although the names and faces change, the song remains the same.
this song has been a nemesis to us for about a year. Every time we go to play it, something happens. Power goes out, lightning strikes something on the stage, we forget the song. So we're hoping that we're going to get some good karma from here in McKeesport and try this one out. Rich, you had a vocal for you, one called Janie's Polka. See it starting, you can't find the words.
All right, here we go.
We almost made it. That was Richie on the vocal for you. He did it right. I had a little gremlin on that one as usual. So. All right, we're going to do a song that you'll normally hear at I don't want to say just a Polish wedding, but at a European wedding. A little chapter called Jak Parobek. I'm going to send this one out, especially for my wife who just walked in. Vicky, good to see you. Surprised. I didn't know you were going to make it. Also, I saw my daughter and her boyfriend, Randy and Patrick. They were here as well. They heard us and they left us. Here we go. This one's called Jak Parobek. on the vocal for you. Good job, buddy. We're going to do another song for you right now that most folks recognize it as a Merry Lush tune. So here we go with one called The Chocolate Soda Polka.
Krakowa, wiecie góra, a na wycie maje pali. Hej! Popijam czarny czar, czekolady, czarne kary. Popijam czarny czar, czekolady róż. I popijam czarny czar, czekolady, czarne kary. Popijam czarny czar, czekolady róż. Ojciec umarł, syn pozostał, syn po ojcu ma jedno zna. Hej! Popijam czarny czar, czekolady, czarne kary. Popijam czarny czar, czekolady róż. I popijam czarny czar, czekolady, czarne kary. Popijam czarny czar, czekolady róż. Ojciec nie wie, Boga chwali, syn na ziemi ma je chwali. Hej! Popijam czarny czar, czekolady, czarne kary. Popijam czarny czar, czekolady róż. I popijam czarny czar, czekolady, czarne kary. Popijam czarny czar, czekolady róż. Ojciec nie wie, zaniąkany, syn na ziemi ma nie chwali. Hej! Popijam czarny czar, czekolady, czarne kary. Popijam czarny czar, czekolady róż. Popijam czarny czar, czekolady, czarne kary. Popijam czarny czar, czekolady róż. There we go, one called the Chocolate Soda Polka. Thank you.
Sing along time. Once again, we're going to do a song that was actually recorded by a group of guys out of the East Coast, formerly known as the Golden Brass and later in their career known as the New Brass. A song called 100 Proof Polka. calls, we have music all the way until 9 o'clock p.m. So please grab something to eat, grab something to drink, come on back underneath the blue tent. We'll be playing until 9 p.m. So please stick around. Thank you. Trying to mix it up all evening, see if we can get the dance floor filled. We have not been very successful. There's been a few of you that have been helping us out on the dance floor. Thank you. But there's plenty of room for lots more. All right, here we go, Jimmy Buffett tune. Sing along time for everyone. Wouldn't be a dance if at least didn't do this one time. A little bit of Margaritaville. set for you, a little dance song. Thank you very much, dancers. We're going to do one more tune for you. Yes.
No. You need tickets? How much is it?
From Renzi Park in McKeesport, this is live coverage of International Village from TubeCityOnline.com.
Are you the kind of person who's out of space? Well, 5-Star Storage is ready for you. Family-owned and operated 5-Star Storage has 5 convenient locations to serve you, including 3 locations within 10 minutes of International Village. Need extra storage space? Rent one of our secure, lighted, drive-up storage units. There's a size to suit your storage needs. And we've got outdoor parking for motorhomes and campers. So call us today, 412-672-4050. That's 412-672-4050 for 5-Star Storage.
Protecting your home, providing for your family, resolving disputes, growing your business, supporting your loved ones in their time of need. These are the most important decisions in your life. Get expert guidance from the law firm that specializes in helping people like you. Trust Kreenan & Bukowski PC. With offices in McKeesport and Murraysville, Kreenan & Bukowski provides a full range of legal services, provided by attorneys who are recognized as leaders in their fields. Whether it's building or buying a home, writing your will, planning your estate, or settling a dispute, at Kreenan & Bukowski, you'll find attorneys committed to helping you navigate the law and achieving your goals. And if you own a small business, Kreenan & Bukowski offers a subscription-based corporate compliance plan that will guide you through complex and shifting federal and state requirements at a price you can manage. Whether you're writing a will or starting a business, turn to the law firm that specializes in helping clients just like you. Turn to Kreenan & Bukowski, 412-675-0940 or cbattorneys.com.
From Renzi Park in McKeesport, this is live coverage of International Village, or IV for short. Stick it in your arm or stick it in your ear. TubeCityOnline.com.
Frank, how many years have you supported International Village with your dancers?
All but 2 because of the COVID. We could not do that. That was 2022, or 2021, 2022.
God bless you. All right, everybody, put your hands together. I'm going to have this young man say a few words.
Well, that just goes to show you, you always can move up. He used to be the number 2 man, but little Patrick Tattoo, he's number 1. But anyway, I can tell you this dance group was originally organized in 1941 by Eva Wisniewski. This dance group has been dancing all around the country, all around the states. We performed at the Capitol, we performed out west, we performed there, even on amateur, Ted Mack's original amateur a couple of times. I'm the 3rd director. Eva Wisniewski was the first one till 1955. Then Dr. Donald Bouchavo took it to 1997. I went from a dancer to a director. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, but anyway, and we've been in International Village since the beginning, and it was actually Good Neighbor Day in McKeesport's on the Yokagani River. Then it moved on 5th Avenue, and then it moved up here. We've been here ever since. No, like I said, COVID kind of ruined it for a lot of people. But anyway, things that happen here at the village touch my heart like you wouldn't believe. Something always happens to me on the way in or on the way out. On the way in, this makes my day for what I do. My Polish heritage, I love it. And if you don't know where your heritage is, your grandparents and your parents come from, that's your homework. You go on Ancestry.com and you find out. Because somebody said something to me, I can tell them. I know where my family came from in Poland, Warsaw. And I know where they were. They came here with nothing. Nothing. And they made it. They made it. Okay? I'm walking in, and this young lady, Agata, with her daughter, Maria. She's visiting Maria from Warsaw, Poland. She's 89 years young. When she saw me, she said, Lajkoniki, you Lajkonik. I'm a Lajkonik, more than one Lajkonik. Agata, I have one thing to say, and Maria, because she very little understand English, do me a favor. Will you please tell Agata that I hope she enjoys her stay in the United States, and I am going to make her night. This performance tonight, I am going to dedicate to Agata. Agata, I am going to give you a little love from our dance group and from the Lajkoniki that you can take back to Poland with you. God love you, baby. Enjoy it. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Muggsy. Oh, and that, by the way, Muggsy's been playing music here forever also. That's still his chair. We got to figure out how to get him out of there. So, Muggsy, number one, here come the Lajkoniki Dancers. This is for you, Agata. They are. I hope you enjoyed it. That's it. We'll see you next year. Oh yeah, right. Okay. The first dance that we're going to do, it's called the Lipka, or the dance of the linden tree. This actually in one of the villages in the city of Lublin. A lot of dances that we do, they're just little village dances. Somebody's out there cutting weeds, they're out there farming, all of a sudden they got the place up, somebody wants to do something. And they end up, they're doing a dance that ends up going from village to village. This so happens to be one of them. Ladies and gentlemen, there's 3 groups, they can do whatever they want, there's 3 sessions in each group, but they gotta end back with their own couple. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lipka, dance of the linden tree. The next dance we're going to do, it's called the muzzle. And although the muzzle is one of the 5 national dances of Poland, Dr. Muszako took this to another level, and he made it into a courting version of the muzzle. Although it still has the same 3/4 beat and the same movements, some of it, as the muzzle, it's totally different as far as telling a story to you. Because being the guys in here, you know, there's days you got good days, days that you got bad days. My wife and I just had, last Sunday, we had our 52nd wedding anniversary. So you want to talk good days and bad days? Let me tell you, they're no cup of tea, believe me, and anybody says they are, I think they're so wrong. Not really, don't think, I didn't mean to insult anybody. But mine, out of 52 years, 50 of them were dynamite. And that's probably when I was either fishing or hunting. Ladies and gentlemen, this is time for me to step in and be part of the muzzle. Okay, Muzzlito. This old Judek needs a pierogi. If I happen to bail out, just stick one down my throat and just let me go. Don't call 911 or nothing. If that don't work, go for a kielbasa. Anyway, the costumes you are looking at were imported from Krakow in 1980. What you are looking at, from feather to boot, came from Krakow, Poland. And believe me, to replace them now is not cheap. Let alone the belt, no matter it's from one of our juniors that can fit on your little finger, or can fit around somebody with a 44, 50-inch waist, $300, doesn't matter. Those red boots, that's a different story. We'll talk about that next year. That's about 4 paychecks right there. Okay. But they are 100% wool, so we are a little hot. I gotta get with it and get out of here. The next dance that we're gonna do is called the Crazy Polka, or Schwitga Polka. This one gets a little, they can go where they want, do what they want, it's all crazy. As long as they end up on the dance floor, it don't matter where they go. Okay? Are we ready? Yes. Maestro. Side, and we're going to bring the junior. I don't want to say the junior. The intermediate. Yeah. Because to get here, you have to start somewhere. And some of my dancers here have been dancing with me since they've been 5. And they're still here. I have one couple here, one family. They're the whole family. The mother, the father, 5 kids. I had another family, mother, father, 4 kids, but they're in college or in high school or doing whatever. Without them, half of my group is gone. And also, I've been blessed this year. I have 4, what do they say? Debut dancers. We got Magna, Justina, Ava. Where's Ava? Ava. And where's it? Where Ava and Lydia? Where's she at? Oh, they're hiding back there, okay? And then I got 2 other ones here. They've been with me for 2 years. Those 4. Jeden, bar, cheer, steady. These 4 right here, put your hands up. They are Polish Americans. Polish Americans mean you were born in Poland and you come to America. They are born in Poland, and what a blessing for me. They can sing Polish too, which helps. So, without further ado, I am going to bring in my intermediate group. Go to it, Muggsy. The first dance they're going to do is called the Polka. There we go. I got to get them, once they get in the circle, then I got to make sure they're not going to fall off the stage. Here we go with the Polka. done yet. Don't worry, Josh. You got another one. You got another one in here. This one is called the Chenta, or Chop Chop Quick Polka. Here we go with the Chenta. we're going to put them back aside for a minute. And we're going to bring the senior group. And first of all, I couldn't see Lena back there when I was talking about the other two young ladies. We have Ava and Lena. They've been with me for 2 years, okay? And Lena actually danced with me a couple of years ago, but family got moved out of town for business, but she's back, okay? So, right now, it's called the Starababa. Yeah, you know what that is, but don't take it the wrong way. They're no Starababas. Yeah, they're on their own, but they're not a Starababa. Okay, I won't go into that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with Phil loves it, man. This guy here, these are two, and that couple over there, the young lady Ian, and these two. Julia, she's been with me for 5, and I think Phil was with me. She finally dragged him here when he was about 7. So they've been here a while. They're a fixture. Okay? Yeah, good one. Good fixture. Okay, here we go with the Starababa. Starabubba's a word. You just got to be good at heart. Okay. We're going to do another dance here, but seeing how we have five couples here, I'm going to put 2 down on the lower stage, and the other 3 are going to be on the top. We're going to do a dance called the Troyak. Hello over there. Troyak. Okay, we already down front? Are we already up front? Up backwards. Here we go with the Troyak. bring that group back up here. We're going to have the other seniors back away. And we're going to bring the intermediate back up again. We're going to have them do a number. It's called Leaving Krakow. Probably when we're done, we're going to be asked to leave McKeesport's until next year. But I got that. And just for a note, the music that we're playing was done professionally. Most of the music was done from the bellhops. Ted Kabala was the director, the band leader. And there are a lot more songs on this CD that we have. If you would like to purchase one, they're $15. It has all this music, and it gives a history of the Lajkoniki and of the dancers. And if you want, you can see me on the way out. I'll be more than glad to let you have one. Okay, for $15. If you collect Polish music and everything, trust me, it's a real must, believe me. The only thing is, I will not be responsible if you decide you want to pull over into Walmart and decide to do a Polka or an Obetic or the muzzle. You're on your own. Don't call me, all right? Don't worry, you won't get a phone call that somebody's in trouble and just send gift cards. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, here we go with the intermediate and Leaving Krakow, their version of the Their version of the Lajkoniki. Although I said before there are 5 national dances of Poland, the Krakowiak is considered and revered as one of the favorites and #1. It's got a dynamite beat to it, and it just inspires a lot of Poles when they hear it and to do it. And like I said earlier, Agata, I know you're moving in your seat. I know you're moving in your seat. And like I said before, we're going to end everything. This whole performance was for you, and this is definitely for you. Enjoy the United States of America. Have a safe trip back to Warsaw, to Rosania, East Bogan. That's till we meet again. And like my dad used to tell me when I was going away in the military, every time I was on East Bogan, go with God. Okay? And like I said, please, look up your ancestry so that you can tell your children where your grandparents came from, or even you, before it's too late. Have a good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, we will end this performance with the Krakowian. intermediate Lajkoniki. And ladies and gentlemen, if you would please, these are my dancers. How about a round of applause for Muggsy over here? For 3 days, man, that's his job, keeping music going. Muggsy, you're the best. You're the best. And Patrick. Like I said, do Zania, till we meet again. Please Bogam, go with God. Be safe on your way home, please. And be kind to your neighbor, okay? It's just crazy. It's just crazy out here. Show a little love, okay? Just be nice to your neighbor, that's all. International Village, let me tell you, we've been coming here for 60-some years. We have never had an incident in this International Village. That is saying something for the people living in here. We have never had an incident where we were on the news other than good stuff. So carry it on, please. That's all you gotta do. It'll make you feel good, believe me. And have a smile. When you frown, you hide that smile. So, till we meet you next time and next year, God bless you, please. And find out where your roots are. It'll make you feel good. You will be surprised. You will probably, I know I was, and my wife was. Okay, dancers, here we go. Thank you very much. We'll see you next year. God willing, be with you. Patrick, it's all yours.
One more time, everybody, please put your hands together for the fantastic group of the Lajkoniki Polish Dancers, representing the Poland booth. And also, put your hands together. Come out here. Come out here. Frank, put your hands together for Frank. Frank, God bless you. Frank, you speaking. You have not missed a beat. God bless you. Has he? This man has not missed a beat. God bless you, my friend. I love you. All right. Now I want to bring up the Castor family. Castor family, please come on up. We're not going to do the drawing of the scholarship. First, the second place of $250 and first place for $500 are for the scholarship. Here is the Castor family.
Thank you. This is our 33rd year doing a scholarship for the Castor Family Educational Award here at International Village. We appreciate the partnership we have with International Village every year. This year we're going to have my two kids, Oliver and Ella. We're going to go first with the $500 award and then second for the $250 award. So Oliver, take it away. Okay, for the $500 award, we have Brooke Plunko going to CCAC. That's the $500 award to Brooke Plunko. Thank you, Ella. And here is our $250 award winner. It's going to Nicholas Alverson, going to Gettysburg College. So congratulations to our two winners this year, and look forward to again seeing you on the 34th annual scholarship pool next year. Thank you, Patrick, and thank you everyone at International Village.
Thank you. Put your hands together again for the generosity of the Castor family. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you for every year for those beautiful scholarships of the $250 and $500. So don't go away. Don't go anywhere, everybody, because we're still here. The tents are still up. The food is still hot. The drinks are still cold. Don't go anywhere. We still got some time until fireworks. Now, just to get set up for the fireworks, they will be going off behind the blue top. So the fireworks will be shooting off behind the blue top. So if you want to get in the right position, the right seating, again, the fireworks will be shooting off behind the blue top. But don't go anywhere. We still got time for fireworks. So if you still want to get something to eat.
From Renzi Park in McKeesport's, this is live coverage of International Village, TubeCityOnline.com.
We said we'd never break the 3-second rule. Never do that. and never become a minivan mom.
Hey, Chris.
As parents, we say never a lot, but never happens. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, know it can happen. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
Hey, I'm State Senator Nick Piscitano. Welcome to McKeesport's International Village, one of my favorite weeks of the year. I hope you have a great time at the Village, supporting all of our local communities that participate. It's really an underrated gem of the Mon Valley. International Village every single year is a great place. So welcome to the Village. Please stop by my office here in the Public Safety Building on Lyle Boulevard if there's anything you ever need for state or government services. Have a good week.
Support for this webcast of International Village comes in part from Stacy Tressler Pereira, salesperson at Riverview Chevrolet, the big one in the valley on Route 48. Stacy is a lifelong resident of the area, and now she's a member of the Riverview Chevrolet sales team. She's standing by to help you pick out the new Chevrolet car, truck, or SUV you've been dreaming of, or select from Riverview Chevrolet's large selection of pre-owned vehicles. Before you shop anywhere else, talk to Stacy Tressler Pereira at Riverview Chevrolet. Call 412-638-4064. Support for this webcast of International Village comes in part 638-4064 or email stacyp@riverviewchevy.com. Or stop in and see her at Riverview Chevrolet, the big one in the valley, on Route 48, just minutes from Renzi Park.
Hi, everyone. This is State Representative Dan Gogenar from the 35th District here at McKeesport. It's International Village Week. Hope to see you there. If you guys could please swing by, check out all the great food, all the great entertainment. And as always, my office is here to serve you. Swing by with any PennDOT-related service, tax rent rebates, anything that we might be able to help you with. We'll be there, 409 Walnut Street at the Old Daily News Building.
Live coverage of International Village from Renzi Park in McKeesport. TubeCityOnline.com.
This is a really pretty waltz. For all of the mothers out there, it's called the Matka Waltz. And hope you enjoy our version of this one.
Całowała, a ładuś mnie kołysała, a dzisiaj zostawiasz mnie. Dziś dla mnie śpiewa, ładuś mnie kołysała, a dzisiaj zostawiasz mnie. Mamo droga, czemu zostawiasz mnie? Coś mnie nauczyła i jak to robiła, co nigdy nie zapamiętam. Coś mnie nauczyła i jak to robiła, nigdy nie zapomnę. Mamo droga, czemu zostawiasz mnie? Tyś dla mnie śpiewała, tyś mnie kołysała, a dzisiaj zostawiasz mnie. Tyś dla mnie śpiewała, tyś mnie kołysała, a dzisiaj zostawiasz mnie. Hope you enjoyed that. That's called the Matka Waltz. Thank you. Richie has a vocal for you right now. Richie, what song would you like to sing? She Be Coin?
I think I'd like to do She Be Coin, better known as the Old Gray Mare.
Well, if you want to do it, I'd love to.
right, as I said earlier, Oktoberfest season is right around the corner, so we're going to practice a song for you right now. This is a beautiful waltz. Most of you probably recognize this one. It was on the soundtrack from The Sound of Music, but a beautiful song with wonderful German lyrics, but we're not going to do it lyrics-wise, we're just going to do an instrumental version of it. One called the Edelweiss Waltz. That's something a little different. Hope you enjoyed that. It's called Edelweiss.
Right now, we're going to do a tune that was actually written by the Carpenters, sang by Karen Carpenter back in the 70s. It was recorded polka style by a band from Chicago called The Tones. They needed a big hit, so we borrowed it. And we're going to do it for you right now. We're going to talk On Top of the World polka.
If I'm not mistaken, was that recorded by the Beatles?
They did it at some point, yes.
All right, especially for Randy and Patrick once again, we send out to you, also Vicky, and also Mike Hakos, also Tom and Sally, also Joy Roma, here with us earlier, and also my new little friend here who loves to dance. Here we go, Top of the World. top here learns 2 words in Polish, okay? And then we're going to ask you to sing this. All right, so the first word, very simple, is oi. And the second word is dana. Say dana. Dana. So you put them together. Oi, dana. Oi, dana. Okay, one more time. Ready? Oi, dana.
Oi, dana.
Yeah. All right. So it'll be pretty obvious when we get to the part where you're supposed to sing it. We're going to help you out the first couple times around. But then, eventually you're going to have to be on your own. We're just going to let you fly, spread your wings, and go. So, one more time. That's Oi Dana. Oi Dana. All right, here we go. One call. Oi Dana.
Watch me,
Great job, dancers and singers. There are no free birds.
Is anybody sitting here? No, you are. So we're going to take the chairs to see the fireworks. That's just sorry. When they stop.
We got time for about 3 more songs. We're going to try and jam in real quick. All right, here we go. This one is, as I said, I keep doing these references because normally when we play, there's a bar somewhere within my eyesight here, but there isn't one today. But send us a note. Think about this the next time you're somewhere and you're serving some cocktails up. It's one called the Bartender's Polka. Polka. Thank you. All right, we're going to do another song. This is actually a song I wrote back in about 1987. And I recorded this with a band from Ohio called the Brass Connection. So here we go, one called Richie's Lament Polka. This is when I was a young man making bad choices and even worse decisions.
Been around the block before, even with the girl next door, and all the while searching, not knowing what to look for. Then come on, smile, that pretty face, Sunday's child full of grace. It's just that same old skirt that takes the down time before. You want when you're just not having fun. I overstepped the boundaries with some things that I have done. A reputation's what I made for me. A ladies' man with a foolproof plan that's not the life for me. I've learned a lot the last few years about myself and all my fears, and how I someday hope to make this life turn out for me. And if I fade or chance I meet that special lady, so quickly we take the time to learn about each other, especially when I just start having fun, and run a little wider and has room for more than run. Oh, recreation and reputation have been teaching me that the things you run about should be more carefully. Thank you. Richie's lament. All right, I think we have time for one more song, so we want to hear a polka, waltz, or medley. Polka. All right, one more tune. Oh yeah, we're gonna close out with fireworks. Here we go, one called the Under the Bridge, Bud Mustang.
And we have fireworks. Closing off this 65th International Village from Renzi Park in McKeesport. I'm Jay Thurber, joined here with Dan Molesky. And would you like me to turn your microphone on now?
That might help for me. I don't know about everybody else.
Yeah, I don't know about anybody else who needs to hear it, but
once again, it's an honor and privilege to be narrating these fireworks with you.
How many years have you narrated the fireworks?
Too many.
Too many. Yeah, the viewers have said that. Both of them. What did you think of this year's International Village? You were here for
I was here 2 days.
Yeah.
I was here Tuesday and Thursday. I had lamb today. It was delicious.
Okay. You had a little lamb? Your name's not even Mary.
I had a pound of lamb.
Yeah, well, okay.
No, it was delicious. Everything was nice. The music was wonderful all nights, especially tonight.
Okay. Can you focus? One of those cameras is a little bit out of focus. That one looks okay, I think. It might be this camera over here.
See, now that I have this new technology, I can walk around with my microphone.
People don't appreciate just how far this broadcast has come.
Well,
Not far enough.
Exactly. Well,
a lot of people say maybe you should go to Glassport or maybe further.
The amount of preparation that goes into this every year, I mean, it's on par with like running a marathon or even perhaps training for the Olympics. I mean, let's face it.
I would say we've gone through preparations A through G.
Yeah, well, H is coming up.
It was a shame that we enjoy bringing this to you live, so it's a shame that we had to record this for you. Let's turn the text off there so it's a little easier to see the fireworks. Because we really enjoy bringing it to you live, but the internet connection, maybe because of we were thinking was a little bit crowded tonight. Everybody was trying to get on the internet, so it kind of knocked us off. The connection, which has not happened for a couple of years now, so that was unfortunate.
It has been a good streak.
So the streak came to an end tonight.
It ends tonight. That's all right. So, well, tell me about what was your favorite part. I mean, I know I'm the brains of the outfit here, which isn't saying much.
Yeah, that seems to me that I don't know what that's saying. Today, the weather was perfect today, and you can't plan for the weather, unfortunately. You are at the mercy of Mother Nature and God, but the weather was darn near perfect today.
Fireworks weather tonight, can't you agree with that?
I would agree with that. Tuesday, it was hot, but decent crowds on. We had something like 1,900 or 2,000 people through the gate on Tuesday, despite the heat. Yesterday was a little bit slow during part of the day. I think people were worried about the rain.
Sure.
The entertainment was very good on the main stage this year. Starting with today, for instance, the Royaki, I might be mispronouncing that, or that was yesterday. Kevin Solecki was the accordion player. The Pittsburgh Slovakians. The Lajkoniki Dancers are always a favorite. The Filipino dancers are always a favorite. The kids from the ABC Dance Studio, from the Hawaiian booth, I'm blown away. Those kids can memorize those dance steps. Just phenomenal. And then, of course, we had two junior Tammy groups here on Wednesday night, the Duquesne Junior Tammies and the Rankin Junior Tammies. And we talked to some folks from the Duquesne Tammies, and, you know, again, that they have kids in 2025 that want to learn these traditional folk dances is phenomenal. The food, you were talking about the lamb booth, the Serbian. It's a new group that's running the Serbian booth this year, and I have heard nothing but rave reports on the food over there.
Yep.
And I think they're from North for Sales, that group. So, you know, once again, great local talents. The music in the Blue Top, I was not able to actually get to the Blue Top for the entire 3 days.
I am looking forward to watching the stream here.
Going back and looking at listen to some of the music, because the Mikey T Internationals yesterday, and of course Mikey is local. Rich Zebrowski's Freestyle. Rich is local to the tri-state area. And Orchestra Preveda is all local people from the McKeesport's Duquesne area, who they told me have been friends since high school 30 years ago, and they've been playing music that whole time. So yeah, it really is quite a tradition and quite a heritage to keep alive. I think there were 16 ethnicities represented this year. I'll tell you, if I have a negative, and I try not to be negative, I try to be positive on this broadcast. If I had one negative, I was surprised that some of the community booths were not there. I think we had 9 community booths at International Village this year. Usually there are a few more. I was a little bit surprised that there weren't more, but it is a time commitment. It is. You got to commit to 3 days to be out here, and that's a lot for volunteer groups. That being said, some of the mainstays, Striffler's Funeral Home was here, Carnegie Library, McKeesport Little Theater, McKeesport Regional History and Heritage Center was here. True Leave, which is the medical marijuana growing facility, was here. I think they were recruiting some employees. Montauk Chamber of Commerce, we talked to Robert Johnson on Tuesday, and he came and spent some time with us here in the booth. So the groups that were there, I think, did very well and had a lot of interest, but that's the only, and that's a minor, I think, downside.
No, there's definitely a lot of preparation. For the fireworks tonight, just to narrate this, how long has...
Do you have to
that
study notes?
Well, I'm planning, honestly, I'm planning the show for 2028, right? Last night I was rehearsing, because it just takes that long to polish it and to get this broadcast, which you're listening to right now, to where it is.
People may not realize, but this is the polished version.
Well, when I miss rehearsal, yes.
This is the rehearsed version.
You should have seen us.
You folks should have seen.
Yeah. Well, they can actually, if they want to go back and watch.
And how many writers work on this broadcast for you? For the fireworks narration.
Countless.
Yeah.
I can't even count them.
Yeah. Okay. And so, how would you describe the fireworks so far? You haven't
Well,
really
so
been talking
far,
about the
yeah.
fireworks.
No, I don't want to steal the thunder.
Or the booms.
Or the booms.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, no, they're wonderful.
Yeah.
That was a green one.
Uh-huh.
That was gray. There's another gray one.
Now
I'm colorblind, by the way.
Now, off the air, you were explaining to me that fireworks they go up in the air. Is that correct?
It depends on your perspective.
Okay.
If you're in an airplane, they're below you. You have to lift your feet up like you're going, on a roller coaster.
Interesting. That's very interesting.
It took 27 writers to come up with that one.
Have you ever flown through fireworks in an airplane?
Well,
maybe that's what we could do next year.
Okay.
We should ask the Goodyear blimp to come.
they have 3 of them. I didn't realize that, but they do. Maybe spare one.
Maybe they could spare one.
Send it over here.
And they could send you up in the Goodyear blimp.
And I can give the perspective of how low the fireworks are.
Why are the fireworks so low this year, you'll say? Yeah, I think that's the...
Yep.
We finally figured it out.
And just the amount of training, just the mental and both physical preparations that go into this.
For you, not for Ace Pyro, which I believe is the company that's putting on tonight's fireworks. And, these are experts in their field. What's Pennsylvania being kind of a hub of fireworks activity, right?
Yeah.
So Ace Pyro, I believe, is responsible for tonight's show, but you say you needed physical and mental training for this.
Well, sure. Just
to watch the fireworks.
Just starts with the regimen of my diet. I mean,
which is mostly chocolate ice cream
and raw eggs and hot dogs.
Yeah.
Visiting George Julius a lot.
Yeah. That does sound like the breakfast of champions.
It's when you go to bed is the issue.
Well, or just have to smell your breath for sure. But you feel prepared this year. You feel like you.
I know, yeah, it is, and and you can tell because it's just sitting on every cylinder right now.
And you really feel that you're training for tonight's fireworks.
Well, of course.
To watch the fireworks.
Can you imagine what the show would be like?
Uh-huh.
Well, it'd be a lot slower because I have to keep running back and then come back here.
Why don't we bring someone who knows? Punk, come on over here. Punk is one half of the team that brings you the Punk and Judy show on Wednesday nights with a repeat on Friday mornings and Monday afternoons. Yeah. How did you enjoy International Village? You were here for 2 nights helping us.
This year was pretty cool. I really enjoyed a couple of the food booths that I visited. The one at the Slovak booth that had the lamb.
Yeah,
Serbia.
Incredible.
Yes.
They were actually cooking it right there. They had it on the spit. So that was a nice comeback since there was no lamb the last time I was down here. So I really enjoyed that. But I think the crowd was really good. The 2 days that I was here, Tuesday and today, it was a pretty decent crowd that showed up. Could have been some more, but it wasn't poorly attended, but it wasn't to its maximum, of course. But everybody here seems to be having a good time, and again, just the food is the reason to come down here alone.
See, everybody says the food, but for me, I really do like the polka music. I like the entertainment. And you had something you wanted to say?
It's the polka. The polka music under the big top was totally fun. We were dancing. They were still playing while the fireworks were going. It was spectacular.
They should have like live music for the fireworks, huh? Up on the stage. I don't know what that would sound like.
Why would they want to listen to us then?
That's an excellent you've answered your own question.
Answering my own
There's
question.
always the fireworks polka.
Yeah, they should be playing some Neil Diamond up there or something. You know?
Some patriotic music maybe next year.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with that. There's all kinds of patriotic music that they could be playing while this is going on.
Maybe for the country's semi-quincentennial? Is that what the 250 is?
It is. We are coming up next year on the country's 250th anniversary. Yeah, is that what it's called? The semi-quincentennial?
See, how many years? It took me many years.
You don't contribute often, but when you do,
I like that
it's very high quality.
Yeah.
It's not quantity, it's quality.
It's exactly right.
He's using the Wink Martindale mic, I see.
It does have. You folks at home can't see the microphone, but yeah, it is the Bob Barker special. So.
Gene Rayburn.
Or Gene Rayburn, yeah.
Too,
yeah. Okay. So you liked the polka music, Ann. This was your only night you got to hear, but you got to hear the Rich Zebrowski's freestyle.
Super fun. There were a lot of people dancing. There was somebody dancing at every single number. It was terrific, and the energy of the band was really good, but the energy of the crowd was also excellent.
I think we are getting into the grand finale here. Dan, any final thoughts on the fireworks? Any final thoughts on the fireworks?
See, I don't have the headphones, so all I hear is boom, ba boom, ba boom.
Maybe that's what I was saying was boom, ba boom, ba boom.
It would be more intelligent, yes. Any final comment? What was the question again?
The question is...
Pass.
The question is, this is the grand finale.
Yes, it is.
Do you want to describe it to people?
There are explosions, very loud noises. If you have cats, perhaps put them to bed early tonight because they would be very scared. Yay! That was definitely a grand finale.
That was an excellent fireworks show.
It was. Very good.
All right, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. Apologize that we were not able to bring it to you live, but you're seeing it here on Memorex.
Live or Memorex.
Or instant replay.
Can't tell the difference.
Don't forget to listen to Tube City Online Radio at WMCK.FM or TubeCityOnline.com/radio, or you can find it on Radio Garden, TuneIn, or wherever. Just ask Alexa or Siri, play Tube City Online Radio. You'll get great listening. There you go. You'll get great listening no matter how you listen to it. Friday, full lineup, including the Rick Smith Show at 10 o'clock, a replay of Punk and Judy's The Electric Crush, a brand new episode of The Infinite Progression with Chris Stillwell, Smooth, Relaxing, and Easy with our friend Eric O'Brien, The Camino Concept, and Legs Up with Lady Di. All that for free.
Wow. And how much is it?
It's free.
Wow.
So great listening for you Friday on Tube City Online Radio, or check out Tube City Almanac as well. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Blue Sky and Mastodon at Tube City Online. Dan,
It's
say goodbye.
As always.
Thank you for your help. Punk, Ann, Jan, thank you for your help. From Renzi Park and McKeesport's signing off this broadcast for the 65th anniversary of International Village. So long for now.
Live coverage of International Village from Renzi Park in McKeesport's. TubeCityOnline.com.
Hi, everyone. This is State Representative Dan Goganauer from the 35th District here at McKeesport. It's International Village Week. Hope to see you there. If you guys could please swing by, check out all the great food, all the great entertainment. And as always, my office is here to serve you. Swing by with any PennDOT-related service, tax rent rebates, anything that we might be able to help you with. We'll be there, 409 Walnut Street at the Old Daily News Building.
Support for this webcast of International Village comes in part from Stacy Tressler Pereira, salesperson at Riverview Chevrolet, the big one in the valley on Route 48. Stacy is a lifelong resident of the area, and now she's a member of the Riverview Chevrolet sales team. She's standing by to help you pick out the new Chevrolet car, truck, or SUV you've been dreaming of. Or select from Riverview Chevrolet's large selection of pre-owned vehicles. Before you shop anywhere else, talk to Stacy Tressler Pereira at Riverview Chevrolet. Call 412-638-4064 or email stacyp@riverviewchevy.com. Or stop in and see her at Riverview Chevrolet, the big one in the valley on Route 48, just minutes from Renzi Park.
Protecting your home, providing for your family, resolving disputes, growing your business, supporting your loved ones in their time of need. These are the most important decisions in your life. Get expert guidance from the law firm that specializes in helping people like you. Trust Kreenan & Bukowski PC. With offices in McKeesport and Murraysville, Kreenan & Bukowski provides a full range of legal services, provided by attorneys who are recognized as leaders in their fields. Whether it's building or buying a home, writing your will, planning your estate, or settling a dispute, at Kreenan & Bukowski, you'll find attorneys committed to helping you navigate the law and achieving your goals. And if you own a small business, Kreenan & Bukowski offers a subscription-based corporate compliance plan that will guide you through complex and shifting federal and state requirements at a price you can manage. Whether you're writing a will or starting a business, turn to the law firm that specializes in helping clients just like you. Turn to Kreenan & Bukowski, 412-675-0940 or cbattorneys.com.
Hey, I'm State Senator Nick Piscitano. Welcome to McKeesport's International Village, one of my favorite weeks of the year. I hope you have a great time at the Village, supporting all of our local communities that participate. It's really an underrated gem of the Mon Valley. International Village every single year is a great place. So welcome to the Village. Please stop by my office here in the Public Safety Building on Lyle Boulevard if there's anything you ever need for state or government services. Have a good week.
Are you the kind of person who's out of space? Well, 5 Star Storage is ready for you. Family-owned and operated 5 Star Storage has 5 convenient locations to serve you, including 3 locations within 10 minutes of International Village. Need extra storage space? Rent one of our secure, lighted, drive-up storage units. There's a size to suit your storage needs. And we've got outdoor parking for motorhomes and campers. So call us today, 412-672-4050. That's 412-672-4050 for 5 Star Storage.